Welcome back to Body Beautiful. We'll be taking your calls with questions you might have about safety and cosmetic surgery. The phone number, 800-440-4884. And again, we'll be putting the number for the doctor's office at the end of this segment and during, so be ready to write that down. And any advice we give you today, certainly you want a second opinion. The whole topic has been to get checked out. Make sure you're physically fit if you intend to undergo any surgery, because plastic surgery is surgery.
Right.
It's just elective. That's the only difference.
And to know who your surgeon is, which is very hard for the public to figure out. So what, the Donda West law, which is the reason we're talking about this, it was brought about because Donda West had plastic surgery and died, secondary to having had this amount of surgery. The autopsy report is not, will not definitively say she died from plastic surgery, but she had some type of event at home after 8 hours of plastic surgery.
Okay, and again, to refresh the public's memory here, is like about 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago.
Kanye West's mother.
Exactly, and she had been turned down by a board-certified plastic surgeon for medical reasons, and he requested that she have medical clearance because of her underlying disease, heart disease, and hypertension, and some diabetes. And instead of doing what he recommended, she found another plastic surgeon who was not board certified, who was willing to operate on her, and she subsequently died.
And she didn't die on the table, but she
died at home
but of
afterwards.
Coronary problems.
It's unclear, but something happened, and it could have been due to any number of causes. If she had an immediate heart attack and died immediately, there wouldn't be evidence of that heart attack necessarily.
What kind of work
autopsy.
was she having done?
She had work on her breast, major surgery. She had work on her breast, and she had an abdominoplasty, and that abdominal incision went all the way around the back. So it's not clear. I've not seen an operative report exactly what was done, but probably more surgery than I would have done on a patient with her risk factors at any one time, and certainly done as an outpatient, which I would not have agreed to, even though that's what she requested. Our job as physicians is to say, no. If you want this done by me, we're going to do it in the safest way possible, and that involves your being in the hospital overnight.
So if she had been in a hospital?
If she had been in the hospital, this might not have happened, but again, I can't say for sure. The important thing that I want patients, the public to understand, is to know who your physicians are. You can doctor shop until you find somebody who's willing to do what you're asking for, but if a board-certified physician tells you, no, or this is what I need to make sure that you're healthy enough to undergo this, listen to it then.
Okay, but now California has a law. So what, do people just go travel outside the state if they don't want to abide by the law? What happens?
Again, we talked about this. Stay close to home. Find your physician close to home. Make sure you're comfortable with your physician. Get multiple consultations if you need to. I'm going to be blogging about this on my website. I didn't get it up today because we're having a blog glitch. So if anybody wants to go to artfulsurgery.com and sign up for our email newsletter, I'll be sending out a newsletter, a notification as soon as the blog is up.
Yeah, this is really important information.
It is very important.
I appreciate your candor about this. It opens up all kinds of cans of worms. We're doctor shopping. Extreme plastic surgery,
right?
Where you go tip to toe. How much can a body take at one time?
You need a specialist with a lot of experience to be able to help you make that decision.
Is that was in vogue several years ago? Is it not so much now?
Extreme Makeover did it. Oh, it's still there. It's still there, but Extreme Makeover is a very skewed view of having these multiple surgical procedures done.
Okay, and as we all know, even in that show, people still have problems adapting even psychologically after that many changes.
Right.
As we're chatting, we're nearing the end of the show, but I want to put up the graphics here for folks too, if they're looking for links and ways to do research on all the things that you've been talking about,
right.
Which is if you're considering any plastic surgery, it's the only way to go.
Make sure you know who your doctor is, what their board certification is.
All right. Thank you so much for all this information.
My pleasure.
For more information about Dr. Elizabeth Lee, you can call her directly. Her office number, 510-704-2170, or you can check her out on the web at artfulsurgery.com. Again, thank you so much for the information. Join us again next Monday at 11 for yet another edition of Body Beautiful. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a great day.